It's 2019, and if you're having challenging raising capital, you're definitely not the only one. Trust me. So I wanted to share some tips. Check out this video.
Don't fear failure. As long as it's not going to kill you, it's going to make you what? Stronger.
Raising capital is the hardest thing I've ever done. It's actually, to me, it's harder than building a business. Because you have no control. You can control some of the scenarios, but not the outcome. Really, you can't. You can create strategies and all, but nothing is perfect. And I was always amazed by, guys that travel and have this huge network, travel different funders, come back, and they come back with 10, 15, 20 mil, and I never got that game. I mean, I've learned a lot, I've gathered a lot of information over the years for the last 6 years, because ARED, first of all, is the first business I ever done that I needed to raise capital, number one. So it was something brand new to me. I used to think that you focus on the product, the solution, and then, when the product is done, then people bring and you prove, of course, you have a business case and all that, then, people don't give you money. And I didn't know about pitch deck, and I didn't know about term sheet, financial and margins, unit economics. I mean, I learned all that, and I'm not gonna talk about all that stuff because it's boring, number one. And number two, you can get all that information in Accelerator program or other programs out there. But today I want to give you guys 3 tips that I've learned that you can use in 2019 to really, really maximize your chance to raise capital. And those are tips for you, strategies or ways for you to package yourself to become very interesting to investors, but also to make them feel at ease to invest in your company. Because investment, whether you deal with an institutional investor or individual investor, it's individual investor is more emotional. Institutional is strictly analytics, less emotional. So check it out, man. Tell me what you think, and please put some comment out there, man. It doesn't cost you but 5 seconds to say if you like what what you're hearing. If you want me to talk about some other topic or some topic I didn't cover, or some other topic you want me to cover, put something, man. Write something out there, man. Don't be shy. Build a milestone agreement with investment. So what do I mean by that? I'm sure you guys are in the same boat as I am, right? You're an African entrepreneur looking for some money. You're in tech, agriculture, name a different sector. I don't care what it is. You're most likely going to look for funding outside the continent. And when you deal with foreign investors, there's a lot of challenges. Sometimes they don't even understand the problem you're trying to solve is a problem, actually. They don't trust you. The idea of Africa for them is Wild Wild West. And et cetera, et cetera. I'm not going to get into detail. So how do you build that trust? Because that's what investment is. You have to build a trust between you and the investor. How do you do that? Well, you build milestones. So let's say you're looking for $250,000 or $500,000. And then you come up, you say, well, I need the money for product development, employee staffing, expansion. So those are the KPI, those are the milestones. For $100,000, this is what I can accomplish. For another $150,000, this is what I can accomplish. That build that trust. That make the investor feel like, okay, this guy mean business. This guy knows his business. If he can accomplish, if he doesn't accomplish, he's not getting money. Now, of course, it's a lot more pressure on your side, but still, it allows the investor to feel more comfortable giving you the money. Whether it's institutional investor, personal individual, trying to give you some money, they want to feel like they can trust you that you're going to use the money that they're going to give you for what you're going to need, right? That's the way it works. So milestone agreement, it's key. We've used it. It works a lot. It works really well, and if you don't reach your milestone, you don't get the money. Of course, you You gotta reach your milestone. Guys, tip number 2, and I keep telling people that it's gonna keep growing. It's really what the future is gonna look like. You're not gonna have to get the connect. You're not gonna have to know X, Y, Z, kiss ass to this guy to give you the connect for that guy. It's crowd investing, man. I believe that's the future. I'm not saying crowdfunding, crowd investing. It's new. It means, you get people to come in and invest in your company for a small amount, and you get a pool of money. Of course, the structural, the agreements and all might be the challenge in certain areas, but it's the future. Now it's up to you to get people coming in and get interested in your project, build a story around what you're doing, what impact or what solution you're offering and all those things. But it's gonna become so easy that companies gonna have their own pool of people, and they're gonna help you to raise that money, and the value chain is gonna be so, instead of dealing with because the investment fund, it's a bunch of rich people, rich organization putting money together, and then of course they have all this, it blows my mind, they have all this requirement for startup to be already either profitable, to have all kind of financial statement and all. I mean, I've dealt with dozens and dozens of investment fund or personal investors, name it. And I'm not saying they shouldn't, but it does not make sense, right? So crowd investing are giving a small amount of money, just a small amount of money, up to maybe $1,000 or $2,000, $5,000. So the risk to lose that money, it's not that big for somebody who's making $60,000 or $100,000, right? Or somebody giving $100,000. So do the math. You're trying to raise $500,000, and everybody's giving $100, right? That's 5,000 people that just got to give you $100. That's it. 5,000 people you have to convince to give you $100 that they're probably going to spend in one weekend or in 2 weeks on alcohol, parties, and shoes, and all kind of dumb shit. So it's not that hard, and it's the future. Now you just have to be formalized. There has to be some documentation. And I haven't seen any good ones in Africa yet. They're still focusing on crowdfunding, which is just giving money and no big returns. But yeah, man, there's some in Europe, some in the States. Look at that. That's the future, man. That's something you may want to tap into. That's something you want to develop on your own for your own business, and you come up with a scheme, a document scheme for that. Get a lawyer or somebody and come up with a document scheme of what kind of agreement you can develop for people giving you money for your business. And you come up with a pool of people of 500 to 1,000 people. You can find that, man. I've seen wedding with 10,000 people, so you can do that. Last, social media. Yeah, I know. Some of you guys are like, what is he talking about? Social media, specifically LinkedIn. Now, of course, you have to have a network already on LinkedIn. You have to have built a certain network on LinkedIn to be able to do that. But if you have a strong network, I'm not talking about numbers, I'm talking about quality people on your network that can share to their network and all. LinkedIn is the best. LinkedIn. I keep saying it, nobody's listening. That's what I use. I don't talk about stuff I don't use. I keep using it, and it works. Now, it takes time. It's not gonna happen overnight, but it works. You can post your updates, investment update or company update, what you've done, what milestone you've achieved. And I have people that have followed me for the last 6 years that have seen my progress. And now they come to me and say, okay, now I've seen what you've done, seems to know what you're talking about. Can we talk? I'm telling you guys, LinkedIn is the best. But if you only have 50 people and it's just friends and family, it's not the right. But if you have some quality individual that can share your content, and you get traffic coming in because, what I love about LinkedIn is professionals, at least most of them. Facebook, Twitter, it's not that cup of tea for them. YouTube, no. But LinkedIn, guys, is the key. I don't post on LinkedIn by accident. I always strategize. I always showcase. If you follow me on LinkedIn, you'll see I post almost every day. And it's not always about my business. Sometimes it's about those videos that you're watching, but I always try to give you guys value. So look it up, man, and it's not gonna happen overnight. A lot of people say, oh, I posted 2 times, 3 times, and ain't nobody reply, man. I'm telling you, it's been 6 years I've been doing this, man. You know, you have to go through the hurdle and build your followers and your quality followers. Always follow people that in your same space as you. Always follow investors that are in that framework, you know, that you're in. Don't try to invite somebody who's investing in the agricultural sector and you in ICT. It's not gonna work, right? So LinkedIn, guys, do that for a year or two. I guarantee consistently, I guarantee somebody's gonna pick up on what you're doing, especially if it's something unique, something that it's interesting. Yeah, somebody's gonna pick up. So I hope those are your tips for 2019. Good luck, guys, and I hope you get some feedback. And please, man, comment below. Tell me what you think. Tell me what other comments you want to see. You know, that's what I like to capture, man. Because it's not fun when I just talk for the sake of talking. I like to share experience based on what you want to hear or what are some of the challenges you're facing. Peace.